Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to the Real Deal Durham Podcast. It's your host, Isaiah Henry. And in today's topic discussion, I'm going to talk about 5 reasons why you must be buying a house with a realtor. Now, shameless plug, I am a realtor, and obviously I want to work with people in the community to help them get into a property. But I think it's a very important topic to kind of go over and show you why a realtor is actually a benefit to you as a buyer, and it's not the best option to kind of go it alone. Now, if you're going to go it alone, you do have some options. You could go Purple Bricks, Property Guys, see if anyone's selling on Kijiji, like a private seller, or you can even represent yourself with a listing agent. All are options that are open for you. But are they really the best options? Probably not. This is what I'm going to show you here. So these are a couple of reasons why I wouldn't do this by yourself. First thing, you're going to have insufficient knowledge. As a realtor or a real estate professional, they've done the schooling, they went to Humber College, they've done the real estate education course, they're probably doing their continued education courses, and this is what they do. Like, they're ready for this versus you who might be a doctor, engineer, teacher, government worker. You just don't do this all the time, and as a result, your knowledge might not be where it needs to be to successfully get you through a transaction. Number 2, negotiation. Now, these boys are out here negotiating, and that's my favorite part of the real estate business. It's not, you just don't put an offer down and say, hey, I hope it gets accepted. As soon as the offer goes down, for me, that's when the game starts. A real qualified real estate agent is actually going to work with the other side and negotiate for you on your best behalf. So making sure their negotiation is where it needs to be. Now, there's plenty of paperwork. You're probably not going to have the connections, and the contracts that you're going to deal with in a real estate transaction are so complex. And like I said, you might not be at that knowledge base to really succeed. And the final couple things why I would not do this by myself is you're probably not going to you're not going to know exactly what to look for when you're going through a house by yourself. And the last thing is the hidden problems. I think a lot of people underestimate what realtors do after that offer is accepted, before that deal closed. That gray area that seems to be all sunshine and rainbows can actually be like a war zone if you're not having a qualified realtor on your team. So let's get into why the top 5 reasons why you must be working with a realtor when you want to buy a house. Number 1, access to listings. Number 2, expert guidance. Number 3, negotiation skills. Number 4, assistance in documentation and their procedures. And last but not least, number 5, the network of professionals. So let me break those down for you a little bit more here. Number 1, access to listings. Now, realtors are the key. They got that key to the city. They're going to unlock all sorts of listings for you. As a buyer, you probably only know what you know. You can only search so much by yourself. But if you're working with a realtor, they're going to unlock so many listings for you. They have a diverse set of properties and options for you that's going to fit what you think you want. Or hey, it might even open your eyes up to something you had no idea you actually wanted. They're going to have access to exclusive on-market opportunities that are listed on the MLS like realtor.ca. And they're going to have access to off-market listings, or sometimes called pocket listings. Now, these listings are great because realtors, they go out there, they're networking, they're talking to people, and they may come across a seller who's willing to sell their property, but doesn't necessarily want to put it on the MLS. So if you're working with that realtor who's really tied into the community, you might have access to those opportunities that you otherwise wouldn't be able to access. And number 3 on this point is they're going to give you a tailored search for the home you want. Now, this is a quick example here. So I was working with a client and they were dead set. They're like, I want a semi-detached, no questions asked. I said, no problem. I was listening to what they want, what they need, and where they want to go. But I had an idea that a back split might be a really good property for them, just kind of based on their wants and their needs and the way we're going. So I said, hey, let me show them one back split as well as showing them the semi-detaches that they want. Now, we walked through that back split and they were blown away. They had no idea those properties existed. And if they were to do it by themselves, they would have kept their options so slim to just the semi-detached properties. But again, working with a realtor like myself or some others in the community, they were able to kind of open up their eyes to be like, oh my goodness, there's a whole other set of property types that I had no idea. So again, big example why working with a realtor can be a great idea. Number 2, expert guidance. Now, the realtor is going to help navigate you through the buying process to make sure you have confidence and really limit the anxiety. Because guys, you're probably spending $500,000 minimum in the Durham region. And to do this all willy-nilly fly by night is probably not the best strategy. So if you work with a realtor, they're going to take their expert advice and help guide you through the process. Not only are they going to help you financially, but getting a property within your price range, they're probably going to break down the entire financial outlook on a global perspective. At least that's what we do for our clients. So when I'm working with a client, I don't always just show them, hey, this is your house, this is going to be the mortgage, good luck, Chuck. I also break it down to them on a lifestyle basis. I've taken into account their mortgage, their car payment, property tax, utilities, anything else they have in their budget, and actually show them a global picture of how this house fits in. Because who's going to want this nice house, $500,000, $600,000, $700,000, but not be able to put groceries on the table because of all these hidden lifestyle costs they didn't know they had? A good realtor will make sure that you're set up for success with your house and your life. They're going to put that together and help you out there. Second thing here, they're going to help you with the neighborhood selection and assistance. If you're not in the real estate game and you're not actively trading real estate, you might not know the benefits or the cons of some markets. Of some neighborhoods. You know, if you're in Oshawa, for instance, and you really only know North and South Oshawa, and those are your really only two distinctions in Oshawa. There's so many little pockets in Oshawa, some good, some not so good. But if you're not working with a qualified realtor who's doing this every day, your mind is going to be limited. So when you're working with a realtor, they're going to open that all up to you. They're going to say, hey, did you see, this pocket up here that offers these kind of homes? Or maybe we'll stay away from this pocket. It's not really close to schools and it has some less than ideal tenants. But again, working with a realtor is going to kind of open your eyes to different markets and allow you to get the best property in the best location to maximize your lifestyle choice in real estate. And number 3, this is more for the investment side there, but a qualified realtor is going to help you run your investment numbers. Now, obviously, you can run the numbers yourself. We have tons of resources like the investment calculator that you can use. I'll link it below in the description. But again, a realtor is going to help you run those numbers, give you, again, another level of confidence, another level of peace of mind, knowing that, hey, this investment decision is going to be a good one because you vetted it, your realtor vetted it, and probably your lawyer is going to vet it on the back end there. So again, that's another reason why you definitely want to be working with a realtor. Number 3, this is my favorite, and this is where I make my money here, negotiations. Just because you have an offer, you have a buyer and a seller, and offer is done, the game is not done. Like I said earlier, as soon as those papers hit and that document gets signed, that's when the game starts. I want to see how the listing agent responds. They're going to see how I respond. And with my skills, I'm going to make sure I leverage my negotiations to put my clients in the best position possible. Now, I think everyone thinks, hey, a realtor is just going to get me the best price. If I'm selling a house, I obviously want to sell it for the most. And if I'm buying, I want to buy it for the least. Now, I think that's just surface level. There's so much more that goes into a real estate transaction. It's price and terms. I think I talked about it on episode 3. But anyway, price and terms is exactly what you want to make sure you're getting the best out of your real estate transaction. And a skilled realtor is going to help to make sure that works for you. Another thing that they work here is their experience with sellers. If they've talked to listing agents before, they've worked with seller clients, they know what they're looking for. So maybe they're able to craft your offer in such a way that's going to look presentable to the seller, which gets your offer accepted over all these other offers, and you get into that house of your dreams way before anyone else. And these are the kind of things a qualified realtor is going to help you with. And finally, in this section here, confidence with the negotiations. There's a lot of clauses, there's a lot of legalese, and there's a lot of writing on all these forms and offers and documents. And if you're new, if you're doing this by yourself, you're probably not going to have the same confidence when you're working with a professional. Now, when I work with one of my clients and I'm going through this, I lay it out for them. I really explain what I'm doing and how I'm doing it so they have the most level of confidence going into these transactions. And hey, if you're doing it by yourself, you may not have that same level of confidence. So working with a realtor can help boost that level of confidence to make sure you're getting the best deal possible with whatever transaction you're getting into. Item number 4, why working with a realtor is obviously the best idea. The assistance with documentation and procedures. So I don't know if y'all have seen an APS, but that is many pages with many writings. There's open spaces to put in your own words. There's bolded words. There's places to date. There's places to sign. There's black dots with a seal. Like, what am I doing with these documents? And if you're doing this by yourself, you're probably going to be on YouTube, calling your lawyer, calling this, that, and the third, just to figure out these documents, guys. We don't have to do that. Working with a qualified realtor is going to alleviate all that anxiety and take all that stress off you and put it all on the realtor so we can help you make sure you're making the best decision and the best transaction possible. We have tons of forms to help us as well. We got stuff like web forms, DocuSign, AuthentiSign, access to the MLS. Like, we have so many resources to make these transactions easy and efficient for you as the client. So please use us and let us help you. Another thing here is we're going to be very accurate in this paperwork. Like, we do this all the time. This is what we do. So when we're putting you through the process, it's not like we're guessing where to sign or like, oh, I think you have to put a 90 days here. No. We're doing this. We're professionals. We're making sure that your transaction is going to go off without a hitch. And we have that liability insurance to back us up if for some reason there's ever an issue. Think about this here. If you had a plumbing issue, like let's say your toilet was leaking or something like that, would you like call your brother to do it who's like done 2 toilets in his life? Or would you call a plumber who's doing 2 to 3 toilets a day? Definitely going to call the professional plumber because, he has the experience. He's doing it all the time. This is what he does. The same goes for real estate. Don't take this on yourself to do 1 or 2 house transactions in your life where we have realtors doing 1 to 2 transactions a month. Work with a professional to make sure that this investment, whether it's an end user or an investment property, is going to go off without a hitch. And the third item here is the timeliness of transactions. Now, a lot of people don't understand this with real estate transactions, but there's a lot of actual time elements that go into stuff. There's an irrevocable date, there's a closing date, there's condition dates. There's a whole bunch of different dates that go on in a transaction that need to be managed well. And if you're going it by yourself, you may miss one and the contract might be void, or you may overextend, you may not be able to get the deposit in. There's a lot of things that could go wrong, guys. Leave that all alone. Let the realtors handle it. They're going to make sure everything is getting done on time. You know what the next thing is coming up, and you're all well educated and up to date with what's going on. So they'll take care of that and all that for you. And the fifth and final reason why you must be working with a realtor when you're looking to buy a home is their network of professionals. Guys, realtors love to chat. At least the good ones do. They're going to parties. They're going on boat cruises. They're in the community. They know what's going on. And as a result, they built up a good power team. Myself, I love my power team. That they make the world go round for me. Without them, I would not be anything close to the kind of realtor or the kind of investor I'd be. So the power team that your realtor has is going to help you as a client. You don't have to build this power team all of a sudden for one transaction, while the realtor's been building this power team for years. Leverage the realtor's power team so you can get the best out of your transaction. A good realtor is going to have contractors, a mortgage agent, they're going to have a lawyer, they're going to have a handyman, they're going to have a painter, they're going to have the whole this, that, and the third 9 yards and all that good stuff. And that's what's going to be there to help you as a client. Now, another thing here is this is going to save you time. Working with a realtor, that's what they do. They're going to be taking care of everything on the background. They're going to be finding the listings. They're going to be conducting the showings, putting the offers, taking care of the paperwork. Over that, they're just going to take all that time off your plate. So you can go hang out with your kid. You can, take that extra shift at work, or you can handle the things in life that's important while we handle the real estate. And the final thing here, it's going to be a seamless effort. When you're going through this yourself, and trust me, I've seen people try and do it, it never works out the best. Do you know if you got a good deal? Do you feel like you got taken advantage of? You really don't know. And you're always wondering, did I do that right? But when you're working with a realtor, they're going to make sure, they're going to walk you through the process, making sure that everything you're doing in this transaction is above board, getting you the best outcome possible. I like to look at this like from Bill Belichick's perspective. So Bill Belichick, he was the coach of the New England Patriots, and he's won 8 Super Bowl rings, which is the most all-time for an individual. And he's very big on do your job. So in a real estate transaction, there's a lot of things that need to be done, but you, as a client, don't have to do everything. You don't have to find the house, put the offer on the house, negotiate the conditions, get a purchase price, arrange the closing, do all the legal to close it. No. Do your job. As a client, your job is to provide your wants and needs to a realtor, and the realtor's job is to coordinate with their team to make sure this transaction goes as smooth as possible. So let me be the Bill Belichick of the real estate transaction and take you all the way to the Super Bowl there. Guys, this is the 5 reasons why you must be working with a realtor when you're looking to buy a home. Guys, I'm telling you, it's just going to be way better for you in the end there. If you have any questions about buying a home, especially in the Durham region, please feel free to reach out. You can hit me in the DM or comments or just like this video, and I'll make sure to reach out to you there. Again, it's Isaiah Henry here with the Real Deal Durham Podcast, and we'll be right back.